Welcome to Baxter's weekly yoga balance pose. I'm excited to be back here at the Oakland Yoga Studio. Please, when you're in town, come visit me or one of the other teachers here at the studio and enjoy a fabulous place to do yoga. So this week's yoga pose, balance pose, has a little story that goes along with it. I was recently at a party and a woman that I had not met before was talking about her yoga experience, and she mentioned that her 3.5-year-old daughter loves to do yoga with her and loves to make up new yoga poses. And she said her daughter had made up a yoga pose that was kind of a balancing pose that her daughter called half octopus pose. That's right, Ardha Octopusasana, or Quadrapus, for those of you that want to be correct in your Latin pronunciations. So she kind of described what it was to me, and it's kind of based on a fairly classic yoga balancing posture, which is also a great core strengthener. And so I took the information that she gave me and I played around with it myself a little bit and created today's half octopus pose for you. And I have to say my classes have been having as much fun doing it as they would if they were 3.5 years old. So the cool thing is we start from a very classic balancing pose, which is the boat pose, or full navasana, paripurna navasana. And I'm going to have you hold on to the back of your knees and lean back a little bit. Walk your feet until you can balance with your feet off the floor on your sitting bones and on your the back of your pelvis. Instead of arching the spine dramatically into a back bend shape, allow the back to round a little bit, and then bring your legs up about parallel with the floor. So we're not going to worry about straightening the legs all the way. And then take your hands off and just balance for a moment. Now, this is a modified version of boat pose, but to make it half octopus pose, we got to get our limbs moving around a little bit. So you're going to kind of move in free-form ways, as if you were an underwater creature, except for one little difference, and that is you have to balance on your pelvis. So some of you are going to find that this is easier than regular boat pose, and other folks are going to find that it's a little more challenging. Regardless, I hope you can have fun with it, whether it's challenging or easy, and then eventually let the movement stop, grab onto the back of the knees, bring your feet down, and then just sit in simple cross-legged position for a moment. When I come to the finishing moment, I also like to just swing the lower rib cage around just to release any tension that might have crept into the lower back area. Okay? I'm going to turn to the side so you can see it done from the side, just to give you a different perspective, and I think that'll help you see the shape of the spine. So, in the early days of my practice and learning, we were often told to arch the spine as if it were a back bend shape, but more recently, Judith Lassiter and others have been recommending rounding the back just a little bit as you lean back into the boat. So again, coming up and balancing, and then releasing the hands, and then bringing a little movement into play. Just kind of free form, like you're underwater, be creative, use your imagination. It was fun today seeing my second group of students play with this. Some of them are getting very creative with their octopus legs. Good, and then grab on and release. And then do a little bit of circling with the lower ribs. So that's our balance pose for the week. I hope you have fun with that one. I also want to mention that I've updated information for my January 2016 Mexico Yoga Retreat. So if you want to learn more about that, go to my website, baxterbell.com, and look under the Retreats tab, and I would be happy to send you the info package if you'd like to join me this coming January the 23rd through the 30th of 2016. Until the next time, Yoga for Healthy Aging is the name of my blog, and I'll look forward to seeing you the next time we meet here online. Namaste.